Hello everybody, this is Taylor Shockey, the Systems Administrator here at ViaQuest Community Solutions. I am creating this video as a training tool for how to submit time using the new version of AccelTrax. So we'll go ahead and get started. First things first, I'm going to go to the links to ViaQuest page. This should look very familiar to you guys, and this will not change. However, as you can see, there is now a link to the version 4, which is the old version that we're currently using of AccelTrax, and then version 5 is the new version that we are going to start using. We are transitioning to this new version, and there will no longer be a link for the version 4 starting on January 1st of 2025. So hopefully this tool is going to be very helpful to you guys so that you know what to do after January 1st. So you can obviously access the version 5 through this link here on the front page, or I can go to the forms and resources section, and there is going to be a link down here for the AccelTrax version 5. So I'm just going to click that link, and it's going to take me to the login page. Your login for AccelTrax is not going to change. It's going to remain your employee ID number, and then as your password, it's going to be the last 4 of your social security. So I'm going to go ahead and get myself logged in. I'm just going to use my Face ID to log in, and I'm going to press next. Once I'm here, it takes me to this front page. On this page, I'm not going to go through the stuff that's at the top right now. However, for the purpose of today, I'm just going to talk through how to start a visit. One cool thing about the new version is it is going to show you any unsubmitted work that you have, which means that it's still work in progress and has not been submitted through to your supervisor to be approved yet. So that's going to be at the top of the screen, and then obviously there's a start visit button. Let's say I'm ever starting a shift or I'm inputting time for yesterday, and because I forgot to start my shift yesterday, I can press that calendar button, and it's going to show me dates that I can select to submit my time there. For today, I'm obviously just going to do today, and I'm going to go ahead and press start visit. Once I press start visit, it's going to take me to the consumer selector page. Here, I can select as many consumers as I want, and they are going to appear here in the already selected section. All of these clients are in my list, but let's say I am a new staff member or I'm working with a new client and I don't have this person in my list. I can go ahead and search for the consumer in the by search section and just type in their name here. For the purposes of today, I'm only going to be working with Abigail, so I'm going to delete out all of the other test clients and move forward. So I'm going to press next. Once I press next, it's going to take me to the default informations tab. It's going to ask for my task. I'm going to press residential for today, and when it comes to residential, my EVV is automatically going to be taken because I have allowed Safari to use my location. Sometimes it's going to prompt that for you. You should always press allow when that comes up, especially when you're clocking in your time. So I can confirm that my GPS coordinates have been collected, and I am starting my shift at 11:17. I'm not going to input any of my notes yet, and I will show you how to do that as you're working your shift or when you're getting ready to clock out. When it comes to the section down here where it says was non-medical transportation provided by company staff during the shift, depending on if I drove that client that day, I'm going to press yes or no. I can change this as my shift is in progress, but for right now I'm just going to press yes as if I'm going to be transporting Abigail somewhere. When I press yes, it's going to prompt me to answer these questions down here, such as if there was more than one shift or if it was just one trip that I took with her, I'm going to do more than one trip. And then I'm going to input home as the pickup and drop-off locations. And then I'm going to press next. Once I press next, it takes me back to this home page. As you can see here, I now have work in progress started down here at the bottom. If I am going to edit or I'm going to work on my note, I'm going to press the take action button and I'm going to press edit. When I press edit, it's going to take me back to that consumer selector page and that kind of information that looks similar to the previous page I was just on. When I press next, it's going to take me to where I can input my service note. I can also just tab the segment tabs up here at the top. And in here, I'm just going to type in my note really quickly. We'll just say staff and client got along this morning. Obviously, this is theoretical. You would add more details into your note and what you guys did and how you supported the person that you're working with. For goals, moving forward, I'm going to tap goals, or I can press next down here and I'm going to select a goal. We'll go ahead and we'll click on this one. Whenever I want to document on a goal, I'm going to check mark it and I'm going to fill in these prompted questions down here. So I'm just going to fill it out. Let's say I had to give a verbal prompt to Abby. The outcome, she did brush her teeth. We'll say one verbal prompt. And I will say the coach or the staff prompted. Oops, that's not how you spell prompted. Staff prompted Abby to brush her teeth. And then once I have that, I'm just going to go ahead and press done. Once I've pressed done, it's going to say that I have one goal selected here, and then it's going to have my note saved in the summary of this work so far. Before I move forward to submitting my work, I just wanted to talk through what are these other action items. In here, I can end my visit by pressing the End Visit tab, or I can press the one that's below the Submit Work button. Either one works just fine. If, let's say, I'm working with Abigail later in the day and I took a break or something and I needed to come back for admin work, whatever the situation may be, I can copy my visit with that client and it's just going to create another work summary for me that I have to edit, and it's just like creating another work shift. Info, if I do that, it's just going to take me to this section and I don't really need that info, so I'm going to go back. And then I can also delete my visit from this if I need to delete it. For the purpose of right now, I'm just going to go ahead and end visit. I'm going to press end visit here. Check to set end times for the now selected. If I had multiple people here, I could end one shift with them and keep another shift going with another. So I'm going to press end shift with Abigail. And now that I've ended my shift with Abigail, it is no longer red next to her name. And that's because I inputted my time correctly. I have my note, I have my goal in, and I have the start and end time of my shift correct. Now, when I go ahead and press submit work, it's going to ask me to add reimbursable miles. Because I selected that I did drive Abigail, and for the purpose of training, I'm going to show you what to do to log those miles. I'm going to click on the pencil button, that means edit, and I can input how many miles I drove with Abigail. Same thing as always, you want to put in the comment section where you drove this person and the address to that place. So I'll say to CVS, and then back home. And I'm going to press submit. Once I press submit, I'm going to press continue submit work. And once I do that, my time has now turned green, which means that it is ready to be approved by my supervisor, just like how previously, unless it was fully approved, I'm able to go in and edit this. Just so you guys are aware, it's going to show up here, edit, saved, not approved work yet. Other things just to point out now that you guys know how to submit your time. There is a notifications button up top. If you ever get any messages, that will appear there. You can change your mode if you wanted to, from dark to light. You can change your colors here. Super cool. I think it's kind of fun. And then there is a button here. If you ever have any records or issues, it will display there. And then also one thing to note that is super awesome is they do have guides. So how to add a new visit, you can press start guide, and it's going to walk you through how to do this. And I find it to be super duper helpful in the future if you ever need to use it. So I'm just going to stop that there. On this 3 tab section, there's going to be that work in progress, like I was showing you. If you ever have work in progress, and if you press that, it'll show you where those shifts are. Messages are over here, and then obviously reporting time is a section. To log out of your profile, you're just going to press your little plus version, or the person icon over here, and you're going to press the power symbol. If, let's say, you are taking longer than the allotted time that to be logged in, which is 30 minutes, you can press prolonged session there. And that is the end of this training. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me or call me up at the office. Thanks.